Dr. Bell, thank you so much for being here on
It's
CT
great to be
Style.
here, Teresa. Thank you.
So let's start for our viewers with an overview of your book.
Yeah, sure. Well, basically, Rich Habits, Rich Life is about the four cornerstones of all great pursuits. I've broken it down into habits. There are me habits that increase our level of wisdom, our we habits that build relationships, do habits that build productivity, and be habits that build the future.
So basically, our life kind of revolves around these habits, would you say?
Absolutely. 90% of life is habits. Think about it. We have our sleep habits, then we have our morning rituals, and then we have our driving habits, our study habits. So we got to really take a good look at our habits if we're really going to get into the realm of peak performance.
Well, let me ask, what made you write the book initially? Were you examining your own habits, or how did this come to be?
I'm always looking at my own habits, but I work on disasters, actually. I've worked on the World Trade Center, Hurricane Katrina, the BP oil spill, OJ, John Benet Ramsey. I worked on all those cases. And so I've always looked at the habits that create disasters and the rich habits that cause success. And it came to me when I was at Chernobyl, because I went in to have to clear my security, and I was with a bunch of military guys that had machine guns, and they had machine guns in one hand, they're guarding a nuclear power plant, and they've got vodka in the other hand, and I'm thinking, it's not a coincidence that the world's biggest nuclear disaster happened with this, where this was considered okay.
Wow. So looking into it, can we prevent some of these disasters?
I think we can. I think if we look at our me habits, you know, the direction that we're going is far more important than the speed that we're going. So the me habits are about wisdom and having good, solid philosophies and core values. And then the we habits, relationships, some people will take us down, some people will build us up. And the do habits, there's certain ways to be more productive, saving money, exercising. So we really got to take a good look at the foundational issues of habits, because they're going to build our lives, our families, our organizations.
I mean, not just disasters, this is everyday life.
It's everyday life. I happen to be working in very extreme situations with my work, working on disasters, but it gives me a real insight into what builds authentic resilience versus just the candy-coated nonsense of success. We can look at what really works.
Well, let's focus on the me habits. How do we improve that, I guess, on a daily basis?
Well, we did a sociological study, and we studied 5,000 people around the world, and the number one habit really came up was reading. Reading is a really critically important habit, and the other one is reflection, taking quiet time to really think about what's really important rather than distraction. When I worked on the Heaven's Gate cult case, remember that, where the 39 people committed mass suicide, they were able to brainwash those people by keeping them constantly distracted. So the way to prevent that is to take quiet time and think about what's really important to us.
Just take the time out of your busy day and make a point
Yeah,
of
just
doing
kind
it.
of slow down a little bit and think.
Sure. And the we habits kind of bring your whole family into it.
Absolutely. The family relationships are very important. One of the things that came out of the study was that dinner as a family not only increases your happiness 43%, you're 40% more likely to earn over $100,000 a year if you have the daily habit of having dinner as a family. So far more important than money is just building those relationships.
Great. So going back to the title of the book, what advice do you have for someone who wants to live a rich life? I'm sure these habits all play into it.
Well, take a good look at your me habits. Are you really taking reflective time to meditate, pray, be reflective, read? We habits, am I building relationships? Do habits, am I saving money? Am I exercising? You don't have to become Hercules and go to the gym for an hour and a half. You can just, 15 minutes of exercise has tremendous benefits in many regards. And then the be habits. One thing is to have wishes, but to write down our goals and to manage our time. Life is time, and time is life. And if we waste our time, we're wasting our life. So really paying attention to how we're spending our time.
A little bit of self-reflection there probably goes a long way.
A long way, absolutely.
And Dr. Bell, where can we find your book?
Amazon.com, and you can go to richhabits.com, and we've got a lot of free stuff at richhabits.com, and it's available for everyone.
We'll check it out. Thank you for being here on CT Style.
It's great to be here. Thank you, Teresa.
Sure.